to ECSports Monday night. Football season is over. Danny and Ivan, we got some picks. We got a lot of stuff. Hashtag Lovey loves us. Fuck Bob McNair. At least look like you're happy to win a game, bro. Like, did you guys see the game? The end of it, at least. That
I
dude.
did see the end of it.
Pretty pathetic. Pretty pathetic.
You
These guys, especially with Houston. I mean, they've been struggling all year. I mean, yeah, you're giving up number one, but they play to win. They play to win games, man.
Yep, that's exactly.
You play to
Some
win.
Houston players are playing for contracts.
Exactly.
Do you think he knew he was getting fired? Because he did say in his press that, yeah, I plan to be here, but I don't know.
Kind of jacked up.
Yeah.
Situation. But I wouldn't say it's a jacked situation for Bears fans because that sacrifice of Lovie Smith got you guys the number one pick.
A lot of people in Chicago are saying he, gave us a solid. I'm sure he'll say, no, I was playing to win the game. I know there's a small percentage. He loves Virginia McCaskey. She loves him. She didn't want him to get fired.
Head coach at U of I, represent.
Yeah, his wife hated it. I heard that she couldn't do the college life. But I think Lovey, I've always liked Lovey. He's a great coach. It's probably be his last NFL job, at least hired as. He might get a coordinator position with the Bears. They can't do it now because they'll probably do some investigations. Houston,
yeah, you gotta wait until
it was a crazy situation. We thought we were gonna get second, third all year, and then I started looking. I'm like, Houston keeps winning, Denver keeps winning because they got Seattle, so they put themselves out of it. But we keep losing, and Justin keeps playing it. But what do you guys think, scenario-wise? I'll give mine after you guys in reference to what the Bears should or may do.
Go ahead, Ivan. Start off. Kick it off.
All right. So I was talking to Dion about this on Saturday. Just history with, the Bears and how they pick. And I know they got a new GM, and it to me, it just feels like Justin is performing. He's a superstar, right? He could be a franchise QB, but to other teams, they'll want to buy into that. They'll want to buy into that as long as the Bears are saying, "Oh yeah, he's our guy. He's our guy." Coaches are going to hit him up because this guy is superb. He's a generational quarterback. I just think that pick might go to another QB just so that he can compete with Justin. Otherwise, Justin might be traded for or let go or whatever that case may be. But from the history, I just feel like they will end up getting a quarterback. But I like the defensive end from Alabama too. Hopefully that does go through as the way they are planning it. But like I said, that history behind the Bears and just drafting QBs,
So you're telling me that they're going to use the first pick, take a quarterback to compete with Justin?
Possibly, yes. Not even to compete, but maybe.
Danny, I'll let you
see something.
I'll let you get him nicely.
That's going to be a really tough call. That would be detrimental to everybody's health, from Justin Fields and the whole locker room's mental health for drafting another quote unquote franchise guy. There's no way if the Bears are truly on Justin Fields, which I believe they are, and they're looking to surround him with talent.
I believe so too.
Even if they weren't.
That's what I'm saying. You already invested a ton into this guy. Now you build around his strengths. You have the number one pick. This was like a godsend. I was talking about maybe they could compete, and then it was Dion kind of shot that idea down from my head, so I kind of accepted it. I think they have to go best available player. If it's going to be, they're going to keep their number one pick, being either Will Anderson or Jalen Carter on the defensive side. Now, if they happen to trade down, there are some teams in these scenarios.
What do you think they should do? Not what they should. What do you think?
What I think I definitely think they should trade down. Because they have the QB of the future. There's no offensive lineman prospect that you would call him like a Joe Thomas, like that kind of like left tackle or offensive lineman that could change the line in that kind of sense. There's not that. There's not a Calvin Johnson at receiver here. And then on the defensive side, you have two studs. You could go with one of those. That's not a bad pick. It is not. You're building a franchise cornerstone, but I feel like the Bears are trying to shift gears away from that whole monsters of the midway on the defensive side. They want to be more explosive. I say you trade down to a team possibly, I don't know, maybe like the Raiders, who's Dion's repping right now, for a pick like that. Or it could be another team that's middling in that like 5th to 9th draft pick, which I believe if we look, who has, you could trade down. I'm looking at it right now. The Colts have the number 4 pick. That's another person to trade with, trade partner. Right? The Falcons. Yeah. No, the Seahawks have, no, you said the Colts?
Colts have 2 picks.
Have 2?
The first, right? Not number 2, but 2.
No, they do not. No. Not the Colts.
The fourth, don't they?
Detroit and Houston.
The Seahawks have multiple picks. The Lions have multiple picks because of the Matt Stafford, Jared Goff trade. So there are some teams, like the Panthers would be a perfect team to be a trade partner with, to get more capital and then build around. Because now you're looking at prospects like Quentin Johnston, TCU receiver, who's actually playing right now, probably the best receiver prospect in the draft. And then you have guys like Paris Johnson from Ohio State at offensive tackle. So there are people you can get, but I would not want to waste that first round pick on one of those guys. Trade down, get your capital, build around Justin Fields. This is your chance, Chicago. Build around the quarterback that you want.
My thing is, I was a little annoyed. I think I sent you guys, it was like a clickbait article.
Chicago, I saw that.
Look at a quarterback, but this is the thing.
No way. No way they're looking at a quarterback.
No. However, Dan, if I'm Ryan Poles, I bet you I'm walking my ass into the CJ Stroud pro day. I'm walking my ass into that Kentucky dude's pro day, acting as if I do. I gotta look. Will Levis. Let me see what I don't know. Hey, let me walk into Bryce Young's. Ryan Poles, what are you doing here? You got Justin Fields. I heard, and I'm got to give him his thing. I think it was Bernstein. He said something smart. Ryan Poles brings Justin and maybe his agent in. Hey, you're about to hear a lot of shit coming from my office, coming from me and the media. Please ignore it. You're my guy. But I do have to put up a smoke screen because think about it, guys. If I say Justin Fields is my quarterback, we don't need anything. If I'm Houston, I'm saying, okay, I'm good at my spot. I don't got to trade shit. If I'm looking at who else? Indianapolis, I'm like, oh, okay, let me try to mess with Houston because me and them can work something out because we know the Bears aren't doing it. Now, if I have a slight chance that the Bears are going to fuck me, and then I got Justin going into media saying, I don't know what's going on. If you're a GM, you got to be like, are these dudes fucking with me? But can you really mess around with a multi-million-dollar organization and say, oh, they're just bluffing? You know, so it's a lot of
I like where you're coming from there in that kind of strategy and that approach, because it's like you kind of are holding your hand until the last minute, which is good because then you could probably get the best possible trade package too. Seattle, they got 3. I think, do they have 3 first-round picks this year? I think they might, because of that Russell Wilson trade. That's a great trade partner to try to get some more capital out of too. So
Wilson trade, the Deshaun Watson trade. I mean, there's
a lot of teams with multiple picks. Yes. Philadelphia is one of them too. I think they have the Saints pick plus their later picks, but still, you can still make
next year. So you gotta work around next year too. If the Bears could do what they got, I forgot what Mitch Trubisky got. I forgot there was another team. They got like 3 first rounders for their first and second or something. You gotta wheel and deal and try to get your best. Our team isn't going to be amazing next year. However, we have to at least get a large percentage started, right? A lot of people, I've heard it all year. I've probably heard it once or twice from you guys. Justin Fields, I hate to keep saying that he didn't have anyone, but look at the Ohio State film. Justin didn't run a lot. Like Danny said last week, or is that Ivan? One of you guys said it. He was throwing to fucking first-round picks. He was being blocked by 5-star linemen. Get him something similar to that in the NFL, and we're talking about MVP, Super Bowl contender. Period.
Yeah.
There are only maybe 3 quarterbacks in the league that you could say, me, Ivan, and Dion can be the receiver core, and they could still put up numbers.
Yes.
It's very hard to find a QB in a scheme that works that way. And I really think if they actually want to build around Justin Fields, this is their opportunity. There's 100%, $100 million with the cap space. And then going forward for that future, I think they can make some pretty solid splashes this offseason and go. Maybe they have a Detroit progression. You never know. They can go from 2 to 3 wins to 7, 8, 9. And speaking of Detroit, just knocked off the Green Bay Packers to X them out of the playoffs. So see you later, Pack. Which leaves Aaron Rodgers' future in jeopardy, which could be a whole different episode. But speaking of that, now we got the playoffs. Let's not talk about the draft right now. I'm over it. I had the huge expectations for my team to be in the playoffs, and they're picking number 7. The Bears are picking 1. Let's go to the playoffs. I got a whole board, guys, of the matchup this week. I'm marking down who's winning, who's losing. I want your guys' predictions.
All right, let analytics go first.
All right, NFL playoff preview, guys. The first game of the playoffs, Seattle and San Francisco. Games at San Francisco, obviously, the number 2 seed. 49ers against Geno Smith Seahawks. Could you believe it? Geno Smith Seahawks.
Geno Smith
broke Russell Wilson's passing yard record and got into the playoffs. Broncos country.
No.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
No, not taking Seahawks here. I definitely like the Niners.
Danny's writing them down, so make your pick.
Writing them down. So what you got? You got. I'm gonna put an I for Ivan. So do you want San Francisco?
San Francisco on the spread. -10.
You're gonna put I.
Yeah, throw me down for San Francisco. No joke. All right, sorry, Seattle.
I'm gonna put DW for you. I'm also going San Fran. As much as I love Geno Smith and he didn't write back, guess what? San Francisco's punching your ticket back.
He's leaving. He's got to go.
Geno?
Yeah.
He just broke Russell Wilson's passing record.
No, I'm saying he's a free agent. He's got to get paid, right?
Yeah, he's gonna get re-signed. Yeah.
Oh, you think they're gonna re-sign him?
Yeah. Geno Smith has done everything right and then some. You just needed Geno Smith to be a game manager, and he threw for 4,300 yards. Come on.
I think he earned himself another $1 just by winning that last game.
He did. Well, he needs to thank.
He hit all his incentives. I think he was comeback player of the year, in my opinion. I mean, he had a legit. At one point, Seattle was 6-2. I think he had a legitimate MVP shot this year until the whole.
They resign him hands down. They don't let that guy go.
Okay. Next matchup, and this is my upset special because of the team they're playing. Chargers, Jacksonville. I'm rolling with the Jags. I'm 100% rolling with the Jags.
Give me the Jags.
Before we get into your guys' thing, Brandon Staley, to me, I don't know how you have a job at this point. You clinched the 5 seed. Why is Mike Williams out there breaking his back? What are you doing? Your starters? What are you, nuts? I'm going Jacksonville. What about you guys?
Give me the Jags, please. They are coming on strong. If Ivan doesn't take him, he's fake as fuck. He's been on their horse all year. I'm gonna go Chargers. Give me the Chargers.
Hey, I'm gonna have to go with my gut here. I am going with the Chargers. All right. I cannot help the fact
the Jags all year, bro.
Look, I like them throughout the season, yes, but this isn't the time.
Whenever you get a chance, look up the percentages of wins of West Coast teams traveling to the East Coast for that first playoff game. I just don't see it happening. Justin Herbert, incredible talent. They've been banged up all year. Their offensive line
unreal on the road, though. That's the thing.
But man,
the spread is so small. It's at 1.5. Why isn't it at 3?
It's gonna push up. I have a feeling it's gonna move to at least 3 points. Jacksonville's high, and they got a talented team. If you look at Jacksonville's roster plus their coaching, this shouldn't be a huge shock that they won the AFC South with how weak that division is.
Chargers are getting back Bosa. GG's.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Jacksonville.
At what percentage?
I have you marked here though, Ivan, as a Charger. Anyway, let's move on. Those are Saturday.
We're gonna have to
Sunday
agree to
games.
disagree on some parts. That's just how it is.
That's fine. Fine. I just like Jacksonville. I just don't trust the Chargers. At the end of the day, they're the biggest choke artists. Okay, let's go to Sunday's games. Miami, Buffalo. Tua, is he gonna be a corpse out there, or is he actually gonna play?
I don't think he's playing.
What's the
Still not clear.
He's not playing at all.
Give me 3. Buffalo. Sorry.
Buffalo.
Give me Buff.
I do like Buffalo as well. I was hearing some news about Tua not playing.
I heard it too. Bro, they scored how many points? 9?
No, 11 to 6.
11 to 6.
No, 6.
It was 11 to 6. Miami won.
Yeah.
Bro, and they have that explosive
Tyreek, Waddle,
Skylar Thompson is playing.
Becky.
Come on, man. Skylar Thompson.
Foster was running motherfuckers over. He broke his thumb, by the way.
Yeah, but they do. I mean, they can still run the ball. They still got some weapons there, but Miami's a good team for the future. I think next year they'll make an even bigger splash. I love Mike McDaniel, but even if he was out there,
if Tua's healthy and he stays for sure, because you need that arm for Tyreek and Waddle.
They retired, man.
Even if Tua was out there, I'm taking Buffalo. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
They're winning this game. We move on. Are we moving on? Next game.
Who'd you take? Who'd you guys take?
Buffalo.
We got the other New York team, Giants against Minnesota. This is an interesting matchup. This is the weirdest playoff game by far out of the first.
I love they put them against each other.
This is like, you don't know what's going to happen. The final score of this game could be, I swear to you, like 17-10. It could be that bad. I'm probably going to lean towards Minnesota solely for the fact that they're at home. That's the only reason why I'm going Minnesota. They have the last ranked defense. Although I do love Kayvon Thibodeau on the Giants. He is a force on the defensive line. I'm still going to roll with the Minnesota Vikings, Justin Jefferson.
Okay. I definitely like the opposite team here. I love the Giants in this position. Daniel Jones, I told Dion this. He was number 1 in passer rating. He had 80% completions on his he's the number 1 rated QB out from the season, throughout the season. He had the least amount of interceptions as well. Daniel Jones is just a stud right now, and I think he has really good momentum forward. I'm glad that they sat out Saquon the last game too to have some rest. He's going to be ready to go full blast against this team. So I'm definitely going to roll with the Giants here. I love the spread rather than the money line is a little tough here. But the Giants are always dogs, and they're 10-2 or 10-3 as the underdog and win straight up. So this is a very this is a must win if they want to move on, obviously. So,
well, Dion, what do you say?
This is a tough one. Minnesota's fucked me all year. I'm gonna take a gamble and go with the Giants. I hate Minnesota.
You see me pick Giants before, Dion. This is the spot.
Minnesota.
Not a big fan of Kirk Cousins.
He is a bum.
I don't like Kirk Cousins there. You like that?
But I'll tell you this. The Vikings have the best player on the entire field in Justin Jefferson.
Yes. And Dalvin Cook is no
hands down. Dalvin Cook's no joke either.
No.
Their offense is so stacked. TJ Hawkinson's a stud.
Yeah, their defense is so
they're at home. Their defense is 32nd in the NFL, but the fact that they can just score on any given play with Justin Jefferson and the fact that they're at home is the reason why I'm picking Minnesota. There's no other. If this was on a neutral site, I would say give me the Giants.
All right.
But anyway.
Next one. Let's move on. This one. Ugh.
Move on to the next match. I hate this matchup solely because I think this team, I don't even know. Baltimore, Cincinnati, AFC North, ugly game. I already know it's going to be an under. I'm rolling with the Cincinnati Bengals. It could pop, and especially Lamar Jackson's health in jeopardy. John Harbaugh came out and said this week he's on pace to play, on track to play, but with a PCL on a mobile quarterback, tough. Even if it's Huntley, I'm still saying tough. I'm rolling Cincinnati, probably to win big, like a 24-10.
I think they're gonna win
What
by
about you guys?
I think Baltimore is in a flux. There's rumors that they're calling. I feel like if a rumor comes out that something's being said, regardless of who said it, there's some the relevance to it or it wouldn't be released. They're saying that Lamar is what did they say? They didn't say lazy. They said I forgot the word they used, and I don't want to quote it, but I definitely saw an article where they were saying that Lamar Jackson, it was all over Pat.
He's holding out. He's holding out for sure.
Yeah. Well,
He's holding himself back.
Yeah, basically.
Like he's doing the utmost to make sure he's at 100. He's not looking to. I forgot the word. It was they were on Pat McAfee's. They were talking about it. Him and Ian Rappaport. But I'm gonna go with Cincinnati in a big win. I just think Baltimore and Lamar. I don't think they're seeing eye to eye right now.
Ivan, same thing.
Yeah, I agree with Dion's statement there as well. Lamar being really questionable. I think also too it might have to do something with his contract too, is what I was also like hearing. So I don't think he wants to play, but like I think he wants to get paid too. So like it's like at the same time, but I like the Bengals here to win and cover straight up. So
do you think that's Lamar Jackson's last game in a Ravens uniform?
Wouldn't doubt it.
No, I don't think so. I just think he's just gonna be like he just doesn't want to play. I don't know like how he's like thinking this, but he's definitely holding himself back. I think he is like ready, like almost like healthy, but I don't think he's just gonna like want to play for the team. Like Dion said, they're not seeing eye to eye right
now. They're not. I mean, the guy does. He's an MVP winner. He does everything he's supposed to do.
He does everything.
You don't hear about him doing dumb shit like Deshaun Watson or any other guy in the news, and he feels like, damn, Deshaun got 200 guaranteed. What the fuck? He don't got shit.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. So it's human nature. But yeah, give me Cincy. Let's go.
Okay. And Monday, there's a Monday night Super Wild Card weekend concludes with Dallas and Tampa.
I hate this.
Matchup week 1. What do you guys say?
Give me Tom. Fuck Dallas.
Okay.
Give me Brady now. Dallas is trash. Fucking hate them. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm gonna roll with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers solely for the fact that the Dallas Cowboys honestly have been one of the weirdest teams in the NFL. Their defense is good, but they allow big plays to happen. Their offense is loaded, but somehow they struggle against weaker teams. It's just, I don't know. I've never been a big, huge like Dak believer.
Yesterday,
that running game, I love Tony Pollard. Love Tony Pollard, but man, I just think Tampa's going to turn it up. It's one of those games. I think Tampa has possibly to make a deep run too. That's just me, but I'm going Tampa. What about you, Ivan?
Yeah, I'm definitely on the Tampa Bay side here. I hate the Cowboys in all honesty. I saw last game that Dak almost had a pick 6, and then the next fucking throw he had a pick 6. Like, what are you doing?
All he throws is pick 6s. Yeah,
like it doesn't make any sense. So I mean, fuck Dallas overall. So I don't like it. They were playing really hard. I don't know if you guys saw the Washington game. They were playing extra hard against Washington. They scored?
They were playing against Sam Howell.
Yeah,
round quarterback Sam Howell, and that defense. I mean, anyway,
had a 13 teamer. Guess who fucked it? You guessed it. Dallas. Yeah.
Dallas.
4 figures gone. Fuck them.
Jeez. Bye weeks go to Philly and KC. They will play the lowest remaining seeds.
I think we should put some money on this. Just throw it in a pool, and the guy with the winning record at the end of the season takes it.
Ooh, okay.
Well, if we have to, okay.
Yeah, just throughout the playoffs, and then through the Super Bowl, whoever has the best record wins.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Your picks, guys. Picks are locked, right?
I have all written down here.
So we're going off of spreads or money line?
Money line only, right, Danny? Yeah. Of
course.
Okay.
Hey, did Rick pay you yet?
Rick pay me?
Did you yet, Ivan?
Oh, no, he did not pay me. Shout out to Rick.
He's
he's runner
Yeah.
up.
I'm gonna reach out to him today or tomorrow. So
Danny, how did you think about the ending of the fantasy? Kind of weird, right? You're like, hey,
I plead the fifth. I am not. I don't know. That whole game situation, it's a mess.
yeah.
It's a mess.
yeah.
Out of these two bye week teams, Philly and KC, who's more likely to get upset early?
KC.
Philly.
Wow.
You're crazy. Do you know who fucking Patty Mahomes is?
I do know Patty Mahomes, but
want to reveal
a lot of points.
You guys want to reveal your Super Bowl winners now?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just write it down. I'll write down Super Bowl winner right here on the bottom. I'm just giving you, I want your early prediction for a Super Bowl winner. Not a match, just a winner right now. Who you got? Dion?
Give me Patty Ma. KC.
Dion. KC, Super Bowl winner. Hold on. Okay.
This dude's going to pick Philly, watch.
Ivan?
Come on, Dion. Why you gotta call me out like that? Definitely Philly. What do you mean? We got Jalen Hurts. You got AJ Brown. You got one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
The guy that started Gardner Minshew in his championship game, so I knew he was picking Philly, bro.
I had no choice. When I ride with Jalen Hurts, that is my guy. I've been watching him since college. That is my guy. He's 14-1 ATS as a starter. Let's go, Philly.
I'm rolling. I actually put a bet on them a couple days ago, $200 to win it all. I'm going with
the
Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
You put 200 on them boys, huh?
200 Buffalo Bills. I think.
What was the odds on that?
It was like plus 480, I think.
Okay.
Wow. It's huge. Hey, we'll see what happens.
But that's early, guys. Again,
early.
We might get eliminated after week one. You never know. Except the 2 bye weeks. Actually, you two, you guys took the easy routes, bye week teams. All right, that's fine.
My second pick would be Buffalo, so I like that.
I love Buffalo.
I don't see anybody being Kansas City, man.
I just look for the Chiefs cover. That's the big thing. Like I look at that 100%. When you can't cover spreads, but you can win the game, that shows a lot of volume.
Well, so for example, if Buffalo plays Kansas City in the AFC title game, it's not at Arrowhead. It's at a neutral site.
Really?
Yeah.
So
where would that neutral site be at?
Better be in a cold weather place because it would be cold.
So I'm just praying that it would be in the East Coast somewhere and not some either warm weather or somewhere in the Midwest. Maybe some East
I have a feeling it's going to be at SoFi for some reason.
They're not going to put it in LA. No way in hell they'll put it in LA. If they're going to do it in an indoor stadium, it's going to be an East Coast one.
Okay.
That's just my prediction.
That's going to be an over.
I just think that with the NFL canceling the game for the Hamlin situation, which I'm glad they did. For the record, I'm glad they actually did. That's big on the NFL's part to do that. The makeup for it is chaotic. So I think to make it up to Buffalo, I would assume they're going to put it somewhere in the East Coast.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I got KC.
I can see that too.
That's our show. Looking forward to it. Football is almost over, but the playoffs are just beginning.
I don't want it to end.
ECSports,